Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of Banished here in the town of Xanadu. Now, things are going quite well for us. We finally got ourselves a pair of quarries up and operating, getting us lots of stone over time. It is a little bit of a dangerous job, but it gets it done. Now, I have something I want to test over here. I think what we're going to try is this season we're going to try and reduce our number of farmers in each farm down to only 2 again. Originally I had it at 3 because I found they were fairly inconsistent with being able to gather all the crops quickly enough. But if we can reduce it down to 2 on each farm, given that there's a barn nice and close, that would be really nice. That would give us an extra, well, that's 14 workers, which would be quite useful to us. So, we're going to give it a shot and see if we can make do with fewer workers each year, and maybe that'll be a little bit better for us. We'll have to wait and see, though. If we wind up getting a lot of unfinished jobs, then we'll have to change things up a bit again, but we'll have to wait and see first. People are getting hungry, which I don't like, but thankfully they've been able to fix that themselves. I'm not too worried about changing it just now. We'll change it during the winter, so we don't miss anything of this season in terms of stopping someone who's supposed to be doing the gathering work. We're still deforesting in this area here, like we had asked them to do previously, which is all well and good. I think we're going to build one more strip of houses here, and then I might build our next city on the other side over here. Because if we can build over here, we'll be able to get access to all these natural resources as well, which will be great for speeding things up a little, and it'll mean we have another location that we can actually build from, which would be very nice. Now, overall, things are looking pretty solid. Our food situation is still a little bit uncomfortable, though, so we might need to deal with that before we do too much else to bolster up our population any further. So, we're probably going to try and deal with that, primarily at the moment. We might try and add in some more food generation through things like fishing docks, but I have a feeling that the best thing we'll be able to do is just plain and simple build more farms, because we have plenty of ground we could use for farming over here, which would be a pretty good idea as well, I think. We'll need to build more barns nearby. We do have our market right here, so that might be good enough, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, we lost a little bit of crop this year. We're going to take these guys down to only 2 each, and we'll see what happens with the next year's harvest. If we lose a whole lot of our production, then we're going to change it back, but I'm going to hopefully be able to get ourselves a bunch more workers this way, and that should be good for making sure that we keep having everything we need to be able to work on what we want to work on. And we're going to obviously have to drop the number of people who are actually working in the jobs because we've reduced the number of jobs pretty significantly. There we go. So 14 farms, 28 workers. That should be enough to keep them all busy. That means we can also run more farms with the same number of people, if it'll actually work like that. And we're also probably, for now, going to bolster the number of people working in our mines, because the faster we can get more stone, the faster we will be able to do more things. People are still building. I don't remember what they're actually building, though, so let's take a quick look around and see if we can find whatever it might be. I'm not sure, actually. I don't remember what else we were working on building. We had the quarries being built. We already built the bridge. What else are we constructing? We have 4 people on building. Oh, we're upgrading homes. That's what it is, isn't it? Yes, it is. We're in the middle of upgrading these homes to stone, which is something we're going to keep doing for sure. We'll probably be using a lot of our stone to upgrade the rest of these houses, and then we're going to be doing a bunch of food enhancements as well using our other resources. So that's probably primarily what we'll be working on for the next little while. We're also trying to get more jackets and coats and whatnot, tools. So one thing we're going to be trying to do is trying to switch our coats over to warm coats, because I think we should have enough wool production by now to sustain that. If we can find, we have 34 wool there. We have any wool in the barn, 68 wool there. We have over 100 wool. That's probably enough to do a whole lot of coats. And we do get a pretty decent amount every year because we are getting, well, we only have 9. Once you get up to 14 sheep, we'll be getting a lot of wool every season, and that will be pretty good for keeping our coat production ready. Those nice warm coats are much better for keeping your citizens warm on long trips out of the city, and they also, I think, you need a little bit less firewood to actually keep your houses warm, although that is pretty much speculation, and I'm not sure if that's at all true. Either way, we're going to set some of these buildings to upgrade again. We'll do another set of 4 of them. There we go. Some people are going to claim that they don't have a house, but we have a giant boarding house right here with plenty of rooms, so they'll be able to go there no problem. Our other cemetery is starting to fill up, which means we're going to want to build another gravesite soon. This is not a great spot for the gravesite because there's this hill here, which really reduces how many graves you can actually build. So we're probably going to tunnel through the mountain and put the other gravesite over here, because we'll be able to put a quite large one in this area without really infringing on anything else. A merchant has arrived. Let's see what he wants to sell us. He's got sheep and cattle. We're not really interested in that. We already have our own sheep and cattle, and with what we have, we can basically get an infinite supply. So that's pretty much fine by me. So let's see how our season goes here with fewer people actually working the farms. We might have some problems here if we can't get enough going quickly enough. One thing we also might want to do is maybe build some more farms to take advantage of our extra laborers. We do have quite a few of them now, and it might be a good idea to try and take advantage of that space. Especially trying to build up near this city would be a good idea, I think. We got a nice little pocket of farms here, but we could easily fit some more farms in this space as well. And I think that's probably what we'll try and do. I might put some more farms over here once we expand over there, but for now we'll probably leave it. So, let's come over here and double check how much space we actually have. If I want to put some farms in there, it's going to take them a while to clear out all these herbs and such. But, do we have 20 tiles? We do have 20 tiles. We can easily put in a 4x4 block of fields there. I don't think we have a 20x20 space here, though. No, we only have 17. I might move that road over so we can actually get another block of 4 fields in here, because that would be quite convenient if we could actually fit all those in. We have to redesign our roads a little, but that's fine. This is a nice easy space to build up though. So we are going to try and build some pastures in here. We're going to build a 10x10 pasture right there. We're going to build another one right there. Good. And we'll build 2 more. And that will hopefully allow us to that will hopefully allow us to continue to deal with our food situation a little bit better. I do want to try and get some more food sources coming in soon, but hopefully we'll be able to get some more seeds using our new tools and clothes. I'm still a little bit hesitant to sell our tools because we go through them pretty quick now, and if you go down to a shortage you might burn out really fast, but I think we're still fine. Pretty sure we still produce them much quicker than we need them, so that should be okay. Now these guys should come and clear this out pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about that since we do have a nicely high number of laborers. They should come and clear all this junk out pretty quick, but we also do have a lot of construction going on over here, which is also taking up a lot of people's time. So all these things will eventually get done and we'll be fine. Apparently our tavern is out of wheat? Why? You have plenty of wheat right here. I wonder how much wheat it actually takes to turn into alcohol. I don't know. It might be worth stopping the tavern's production whilst we're having a bit of problem with our food, but we're going to leave it for now and see what happens. Actually, no, we're not. That seems like a silly thing. We're going to stop production here temporarily because we don't want to give ourselves more food problems than we already have. Alright. How are the farms coming? A lot of them don't look like they're being worked at all. Well done, folks. And this is why I do 3 workers. We'll see what happens, but it looks like they're not even bothering to work the fields, which is not exactly what I hoped for. Some of them are growing, like this one's growing fine. These pumpkin ones, we're not getting anything from the pumpkins. Are these pumpkins growing? Those pumpkins are growing. It just seems like these 3 fields farmers just didn't bother to plant this year. I'm not okay with that. Alright, we have some more farms going up over here, so we'll be able to use them to grow as well. It's a little bit late in the year to start, so I'm probably going to just leave them for this year and use them next time. I might also use this time to get these ones ready, but since we're going to have to clear out some of the roads in order to make it work, we should do that now. We can use the Remove Roads tool to clear this space out, and then we'll be able to update it once we have our new roads, or rather our farms in, so we can figure out where the new roads need to go. That should be all well and good. Or well and good. Up to 10 sheep in there, so that'll keep our wool production high. We're getting some of these guys planted, but this field just didn't get planted this year for whatever reason. They planted 1 row of pumpkins and then got bored and stopped. Silly people. Oh well. We do need a lot of food, but hopefully we'll be able to get enough from here to survive. If we can make it through to another winter, we should be fine, because we will be able to then use our how many deaths we have left? Enough space still. We'll be able to use our other resources to keep ourselves going. If we can get someone who wants to trade us for some food, we'll probably do some trades to help keep ourselves alive a little bit longer until we can bolster our food production with all this. But for now, we'll have to make do with what we got. Whoop, come on. Overall, though, we should still get a pretty decent haul from this. Not an amazing one, though, it looks like, but we should at least get a pretty decent amount of food from this, which should hopefully be enough to keep us from starvation. We have a lot of other things as well, like our fishing huts, our gatherers, all those people who are helping us not die. But we'll have to wait and see how it actually winds up turning out. Our schools are full again. Alright, so I guess it's time to build another school. We're going to come in here and add another one right near the first one, I think. There we go. Because that's better for these guys, I think, than the one over here. This school is a nice addition for this area of town, but I think the next, if we build a fourth school, it's going to be over in this district once we eventually get there. For now, I'm not too worried. Now, that school isn't really necessary because we're going to keep going back below 40 students. The odds of us staying up there are pretty slim. So maybe I should just cancel that construction before they get too much work into it. I don't think we actually need it right now. So we're going to cancel that building. We might build one there later, but not now. Second thoughts. Second guessing ourselves. Alright. This is looking pretty good. Looks like we might actually get some good food this year. So let's start harvesting the ones that are close to finished. Since we have fewer workers, we want to see how much we actually get out of this. Alright, we got some decent yield out of all of our farms, actually. Just for some reason, these ones were really slow to start planting. Harvest that. Harvest that. Harvest all these things. Get as much of our harvest as we can. I'm okay with ending some of these a little bit early, as long as it means we actually get all the food out of them. Alright, so they're going to go at it. With these barns right here, it should speed things up nicely. I might need to build another barn on the other side to help make sure these ones go quickly too, because these guys look like they're getting it done pretty quick. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, those roads are deleted, which is great. We'll be able to put in the new pastures, so we'll do that. Crop fields, we'll do another 10 by 10 section here. We're going to need a lot of farming land because we need a lot of food, and that's probably the easiest way to get a lot of it in a hurry. Alright. Why can't I do that? Is there... Oh, there's a hill there! Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess we just do 3 then, and we'll build around them. It's not quite as nice. Can I have enough space for another 10 by 10 here? I do. Do I have enough space for one more over? I do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this a little bit. Since we can't build up on that hill, what we're going to do is we're going to run the path up this way now. So I'm actually going to remove all of this road, I think, and we'll build a new road. There we go. Because we're going to build a new road beside it, and the new road is going to go up past... Actually, it's not. I think it's going to go like this. So let's cancel that removal. I'm getting all confused. All kinds of confused. Cancel that removal. There we go. Don't need that anymore because we're actually going to reconnect the road to it from the top instead. With our roads tool. There we go. Build it across like that. And we're going to add 2 farms out this way instead. So it's not quite as perfectly fit, but it does look pretty good anyway. And it will give us the food we need. Nice and close as well, so the food production isn't as far a walk. There we go. So that'll give us a whole bunch more of that. We'll need more farmers to actually be able to gather it. Looks like we're not going to get all of our food. I don't know about that. Come on, guys. It's already early autumn. Gather up more of that stuff. We need all the food we can get. We're going to be turning these farms on later. That's going to take up basically all the rest of our laborers, because that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 farms, which will take 16 more people to run them all if we run them all with only 2 people, which I imagine we're going to do, because we have this market right here, so it's a very close walk to get them into the city. Yeah. Alright, if we can get this working and stable, then we might start working on our other settlement already. Depends how much success we have with it in the coming year. This isn't looking great, though. We're already getting problems here with regards to not getting all of this wheat gathered. And I'm not super keen on that. We do have like 5,000 food, but that's very quickly going to deplete over the winter and the coming summers. Coming seasons, rather. 84 people dead. Our population is switching over again. We need to build more homes to get more children, otherwise we're going to have a problem in the future. And it's already starting to be snowy out, which means we're going to start losing crops soon. There they go. Well, we got most of them. We lost a little bit there, but I think that's probably okay, given that we were able to save like 14 workers from all those locations. I'd say that was probably worthwhile. Alright. Alright, so let's turn these ones on as well. We're going to make this one be pumpkins. This one will be pumpkins. We'll have wheat and wheat. We'll have wheat and I'll do another one with wheat because wheat is more valuable to us because we can make alcohol out of it. And we'll make squash and squash. And we'll bump that up to having all the workers they could possibly desire. It is a lot of farmers, though, Which means we're going to try and use this time to get as much of these houses done as we can, because we have a lot of people ready to actually do the work. Swap all this over. There we go. The other thing about switching these houses is it changes who actually lives in them. And you get a lot more houses that can actually have families again, instead of houses that are full of older people who don't have families, like these ones. These were all families that were older people because of the time that they were 0 ages old. Because of the time that we built them. But now that we're rebuilding them, all the people who lived in them are moving in as young people. I'm not sure where all the old people went. They may have just died, or they're still hiding out in the boarding houses. But we definitely swap over our population quite effectively doing that. Alright, here we go. We have a whole bunch of food here, and they will accept herbs, which is great. So we're going to tell them to bring more herbs over, because we have tons we can get rid of. Let's get rid of about 500 herbs. And we're probably going to be trading them for a whole bunch of this food. We could get some other nice things with that, because it's about 2,000 food value, or item value, but we'll see. I have a feeling that's probably our best option still at the moment. Now, what else we got to work on? I think we're going to actually start working on our other housing district once we get a bit more stone. These guys are doing a good job over here. They're gathering a lot of stone for us quite quickly, which is really good. Let's take their actual production. About 100 stone a season? That's pretty good, considering we don't use it quite that fast. That is pretty good. I should really build a stockpile over here, though. I think that would speed them up a little bit. So we're going to do that temporarily, at least. We're going to put a stockpile down beside there, so they have somewhere to put all this stone. We'll put one down on each side, probably. I'm looking for this stockpile. I'm going to put one down there, and another one down here. Come on. There we go. 2 10 by 10 stockpiles. That should be plenty of space. Way more than plenty, in fact. Probably too much. But we'll be able to deal with that later. Looks like these people, for some reason, are not moving into the boarding house. I don't think it's full. No, there's plenty of space. I'm not sure why they say they're homeless then, but whatever. We're starting to demolish these houses, which is good. Our farmers are undoubtedly helping clear this stuff out quickly because they have nothing better to do with their time. We are going to make sure we prioritize this work, though, so that these things get picked up more quickly. There we go. And we have a lot of food. This might be more than enough to afford boosting up to another set of our civilization. We do have enough people to work them all, too, which is the important thing. We got a lot more children being born, which is also good. Lots more students. I think we might actually try and start building up another settlement over here now. That would be nice. It'll give us access to a lot more easily accessible materials and gives us more space we can actually take advantage of on the map. Because right now that's too far away for any of our citizens to actually go to and come back from. Alright, we're getting this stuff done too, which is good. Alright, lots of people bringing our resources over. That's good. I think it's interesting how this is nothing but wood now. That stockpile used to have a lot of iron and stone and everything, but because of the way we produce, it's all wood. We're low on firewood. That's another good concern. We're probably going to have to build another woodcutter soon to be able to keep up with our firewood demands. I don't think anyone actually is lacking firewood. We just don't have a lot excess firewood. I'm going to put another woodcutter in over here to make sure we don't run out, because that would be bad. What am I looking for here? Woodcutter. There we go. We'll put him around this way. Perfect. Lots of building jobs going on right now. Excuse me. We're probably going to need to build things up so that we can actually take advantage of them soon, but for now we're looking just fine. Plenty of happiness too. We actually have a little bit of alcohol left. That's weird. Normally alcohol gets used up really quickly. Also, let's pause time for a second so this guy doesn't leave on us. Now we have 500 herbs here to trade for more food. Now, doing this is probably not super important because we have a lot of food and we're going to have even more production coming in soon. But just since we have this opportunity, we're going to take it and we're going to buy a bunch of these foods just to make sure we have that security there, really. Just in case our plan this year doesn't go like I'd hope. So there we go. That's 2,000 food value in herbs. We didn't need that many herbs anyway, since we had a massive we produce way more than we could possibly need. So that will do just fine. We'll turn time back on. As he leaves, that was perfect timing, otherwise we would have missed that opportunity to get a bunch of free food. The food isn't super important, but it is good to have access to it, because otherwise we'd be in a little bit of trouble there. Now, the problem about low firewood is it means these new houses start with none. People in there might be cold. We should be able to get them new firewood pretty quickly. There we go. So, overall, we're looking pretty good. We have a lot of farms going this year. We'll see how this actually turns out for us. I might have built too many in here. I might take 2 of these out and just leave it as 6, because I kind of like the look of the 6. I don't like the... This should be here. But there's no way to flatten the earth there, so I don't know what that... We might change that up in the future. Either way, this is coming along quite nicely, and we'll see how our production actually goes. But I do think that the primary thing we're going to be working on shortly will be building up another settlement over there, because while we have a good amount of stuff going on here now, we need more homes so we can keep growing. The only way to continue on here is to go onwards and upwards. A lot of people seem to walk directly across here, which is interesting as well. I might stop upgrading the other homes until we can get the new section built, because we kind of need that stone more for that. Let's go take a look over here, though. Coming along, there's only 6 left. I might upgrade these ones before we do anything else. It does take a lot of stone, though. And that takes a lot of in-game time. I just want to try and cut down the amount of firewood and whatnot we need, because the less we need to waste, the better. Especially since we're going to be building more homes and then we're going to need more. I should really switch these farms up again, because I like having that different look every time. It really doesn't change anything. I'm pretty sure they haven't implemented any of these crop-related issues, but it's nice to be able to change up the look of your farms every once in a while. Alright, things are coming along pretty well. Pretty well. 163 adults, which is crazy. And over 50 children. Wow. I guess that's why we need 2 churches. Our cemetery can still easily accommodate the number of people we have. We're up to 98% clothed, which is a bit unusual because we have plenty of jackets. And 80% educated, that's not bad. Every time we accept nomads, I think that number decreases, because I'm pretty sure the nomads don't come in educated or with clothes. But, not much we can do about that. I'm interested in seeing how much food we produce this year, though, because I have a feeling it'll be quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Anyway, we're going to try and get that other settlement built up shortly. Shortly? Yes. Our homes are going up nicely, which is good. We still have some free laborers to help bring us resources if we need them. How are these farms doing? They're coming along pretty well, looks like. That's good. Very nice, very nice. Got pumpkins, wheat, squash. I'd really like another trader to come by who'll let us buy more resources, more crops, though, because we've only got so many, and they kind of get a little bit samey after a while. I'd like to grow some other things. The wheat's nice. I like the look of the golden fields, but really, I'd like some other things. Alright, I guess we'll finish upgrading these houses before we build our next settlement, and that'll be our focus of our next episodes. But, there we go. This will be good. Reduce our firewood demand quite dramatically, I believe. Now, there are still some people living here, I think, which is a bit interesting. Food is plummeting rapidly as we eat up all of our crops gathered from the previous year. Hopefully these additional farms will help make sure we keep going on strong. 44 farmers is a little bit excessive, yeah, if you ask me, but it seems to be working out nicely. Now let's get this woodcutter built, guys. Come on. All you need is logs. There's plenty right here. Of course, we have no laborers, which is probably what's causing this issue, because we've also got all these tasks over here that I keep setting up, and I'm guessing they keep prioritizing these a little bit more highly. Yeah, the storage is gradually being drawn out of those locations, which is fine. I'm not too worried about all that. Not too worried about all that at all. We do have 16 people who still don't think they have a home, though, which is a bit unfortunate. Thankfully, they should have a bunch of warm coats now, because we should have made a bunch of those. If we check our town hall, we can see exactly how many we have. Do we have many warm coats? We have 20 warm coats in storage. None in homes, of course. Trading posts, none there. I wonder how many people are wearing warm coats now, if they swapped over from hide coats. Don't know. There's no really easy way to tell. That's fine, though. Alright. Probably going to be ending this episode fairly soon. I just want to see how much of a harvest we get from here. So let's put ourselves up to 10 times speed, so we can get that a little bit quicker? A little bit more quickly. Go away, Pitted to announcement. Go away. Alright. Our mines, our quarries rather, are still doing fine. People don't seem to be using these too much, but there are some resources appearing in here, so that's better than nothing. It just looks like they're not actually gathering the resources out at all, so maybe these aren't necessary. I thought they might help, but it looks like they don't need them particularly much. That's fine, though. And the harvest has begun. Let's see how much we actually get, because I didn't auto-start any of them, so they're going to be probably losing a little bit of harvest here. We'll see how much we actually get out of this. Not auto-starting might be a problem, but we'll find out as we go, I guess. Yeah, it looks like the farms closest to the barn gathered the quickest. So we might want to build some other barns, like in the spaces over here, just to help speed up the whole process. Is this one even full? Almost. Wow. That's a bit of a problem, too. Oh, hang on. Nope, 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 nope. Food capacity. Push that up. We'll put up to 1,500. No, 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 no. There we go. I do not want you to stop producing just because you think we've hit the food cap and missing out a lot of your food. What are you offering us? You are offering to trade us nothing we need. Stone is nice, but you won't accept herbs anyway, so the things I want to trade you aren't really available. So we're just going to ignore you and move on. These guys seem to be having a pretty easy time with the harvest since they're just coming in here to the market, so that's good. We need to put another worker to work in the woodcutters so we don't actually run out of wood all the time. Alright. This is looking pretty good. We got a bunch more laborers again. Oop, someone just died. Yep, stone cutting is not an easy job. Ivanahi just got crushed by a rock. It looks like these farms in the back are the ones that have the most difficulty gathering other food, since they have the longest walk. So maybe if we build another farm over here, that would be a good idea. We actually are another barn. Do we have enough room for that? To build a barn over here? We do have enough room for that. I might do that then. We're over on this side. That's probably a better idea. If we run a road around this way, they can actually get to it, and that way they won't need to constantly lose this bit of crop here. They got a pretty good amount of stuff, though. All right. That's pretty left that too. Anyway, we have a bazillion food now. Probably way more than we could possibly use up in any reasonable amount of time, so I'm not too worried about that anymore. That's looking pretty solid. We have plenty of people to bring us resources over to our builds now, so next time we're probably going to start building up our new settlement, which will be good. That'll allow us to take advantage of more space and do more stuff, and that will be great. So, for now, I guess we're going to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Vanguard of Valor playing some Banished here in the town of Xanadu. Things are looking good, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye.